Hey, my name is Jason Santamaria, co-founder of Second Self Beer Company. We're a brewery located here in Atlanta, and we opened in 2014. There's a couple of different ways we protect our brand. We did trademark our Second Self, the name, and any beer that we can, we make sure that we have that trademarked as well. I mean, there's a general copyright just because we're selling it, but I like having the trademark as a protection, at least in the beer world. Next thing we're going to do is trademark it for clothing and apparel, but it's each mark and each category is pretty expensive, so we do a little bit at a time. We've only had one conflict since we started, and that's a beer that we have called Bleeding Heart. It's kind of our Valentine's seasonal, inspired by a red velvet cake. So it's a red ale with chocolate, cocoa, and vanilla. And a brewery called Grimm Brothers in Boulder also has that beer. And so the first year we made it in 2015, I got a little email from them because he saw our press release and wasn't too happy that we did that. But we have a gentleman's agreement now for what we can sell. Basically, what I have to do is I call him at the end of the year, tell him how much we're making, and he sends me an email back saying, "Don't worry about it." So in general, like as long as I don't go into his territory, he doesn't go into mine, it's not a conflict. But it is a beer I love, and I do love the name and the art. So we're trying to find a way to either make that a more permanent agreement, or maybe we do change the name. We have run into a couple of problems now with the proliferation of craft beers, because with more breweries comes more names. So even today, I was in a meeting and we're trying to come up with a beer for a spring beer, come up with a name for it. And we've had a couple great names, and then we do a little more research and we find out they're taken by other breweries. So we can either try to contact them, see if it's okay. We can either make some kind of agreement, or we come up with something else. And so because this is a beer that I want to have all over, I want it to really, really explode and be in cans and be in multiple states. I want its own unique name, but it's becoming harder and harder. I mean, even in 2 years, it's gotten a lot harder just to come up with something that's unique, fun, and non-existent somewhere else.